goals, and particularly the winner, were never going to come?
I think the way the gaffer's been, and certainly the way I've been, it's this situation we're in, it could take to the last day and certainly the last minute, as we've seen before on a number of occasions, whether that be in the Premier League and whether that be in the Championship or League One. You see many great escapes. So we know it's not going to be easy, and it's an emotional roller coaster for probably, I would say, everyone involved. And there's one thing that me and the gaffers tried to do, is we tried to stay level-headed, stay focused on the job in hand. I mean, the gaffer was running down the touchline like Mourinho there towards the end, so even at those stages we laugh about it now, but I'm trying to think, tactically, is there anything that we can do to see the game out, when it's an emotional time. But it was certainly a great win. I think more importantly for the players, they deserve it more than anyone, because it's not easy being where we are, and there's certain individuals, I go as far as saying against Scunthorpe, who would have thought that Gaz Stewart would have had to have come on and played his part in such an important game that could turn out to be a very important point. So everyone's involved in this, and I would say even as far as the media as well, to keep supporting us, keep believing, and we'll make sure we transfer that across to the players in a structured way, that every minute of every day they know what the main focus is.
They dominated that first half, created so many chances, and then see them score just a minute before the break. What was half-time like for you and Terry?
I've got to be honest with you, I think the old regime, the way the gaffer was, he probably would have had a go at him. And with the experience that he certainly gained as a manager, with all the play that we had, he kept calm. He kept thinking how we were going to get back into the game, and making sure the players knew how to get back into the game, because we've played many games at Yeovil and you could see the conditions that we were playing in there. And I've been as a midfielder myself, when a goalkeeper can only just get the ball to the halfway line, and you could see we pinned them in the first half. So we had to make sure that wasn't going to happen to us in the second half. And to every man, we tried to make sure that didn't happen. And again, the pleasing thing is that the players scored 2 goals at home, and I think if you consistently look at our pattern, that's not happened often, and it's happened certainly in the few games that I've seen with the gaffer.
Let's talk about the goals. The first one owed so much to Adam Morgan. He probably deserved to score himself, and what a story Adam Morgan is.
I mean, again, when players deal with adversity, and he certainly had a few of them along his career at Yeovil, but he's trained well, and the players have had a fresh opportunity to impress, and some have come through it better than others, and some deserve their chance, and that's what you've seen. I mean, he was unlucky on the penalty he missed the other day, and you could easily look at Morgs and perhaps say, well, should he have scored that? But the game before, he scored that penalty, so he deserved to take that opportunity, and he works on that in training. So sometimes in life, you keep working at it, you end up succeeding, and he's probably one of them recently that's deserved that opportunity.
And then the winner coming in stoppage time, you made the change. You put James Hayter on. He's had a consistent ability throughout his career to pop up with vital goals, pop up in the penalty area. He did exactly that. Was that why you put him on, to take exactly that sort of chance?
I mean, you could see that from a percentage point of view, Kiefer being up there was a handful physically, him and Gozzi, and you could see he caused the 2 centre-halves problems. I'm not too sure of the stats, but we had a lot of corners, and on another day we could have scored one of them, so that's why we went that way. And then Hakes being Hakes, again, that's not luck, that's experience, and that's a player that knows how to find the net under pressure in important situations, and he's done that throughout his whole life.
So the table tonight, the win for you, defeats for your rivals. I think you're 3 points from safety. It makes much better reading, doesn't it?
From a confidence point of view for the players, I mean, when you're trying to transfer that across to them, sometimes it's hard to believe because, you know, if you had spoken to the players and explained to them, you know, in training, yeah, we're top of the league, you have a different mentality. But with this group of players, by being at where they are, sometimes you can focus too much on that. But really, at the end of the day, it's about winning a game of football, and the more games you win, the higher you climb. So, you know, we were trying to get that across to the players to say, play like you're mid-table or in the top half, because it makes a big difference, rather than dwell on the fact that they're in the bottom four and it's going to take a mission to get out of it. And I think they're showing that. And now it sets it up again, going into the Bristol City game, where it'll be a good atmosphere. It was at Ashton Gate. And you know, we'll look forward to that now. Also, I'd like to dedicate the win to a special friend, certainly between me and the gaffer, and that's Clive Gibbs. And you know, in the position that he's in, you know, from the club, everyone down to the players and the management staff, we wanna make sure we wish him well. But those 3 points were for you, mate. So get well soon.